Jersey number 13, Olsen Kanchida. Jersey number 15, Vanizo Wansama. Jersey number 16, Richard Chimbang. Jersey number 17, Charles Koma. Jersey number 18, Allen Chihana. Jersey number 19, Wangani Lungu. Jersey number 20, Andrew Jovinala. Jersey number 22, Oscar Petro. Jersey number 23, Waiwamo Kisola. And the coach is Khalifa Masua. And the lineup for Angola. We have jersey number 22, Adelson da Cruz Cipriano. Jersey number 5, Alexandre Abel Fernando. Jersey number 6, Armindo Conchilavels Canchi. Jersey number 7, Davy Miguel Vieira. Jersey number 10, Francisco Conchavales Santos. Jersey number 13, Pedro Bondo Francisco. Jersey number 17, Randy David. Jersey number 19, Rolando Jersey number 20, Ayala. Jersey number
An intriguing one. Your plans and preparations for this particular game? Yeah, a very important match. We want to win this game. We know we are playing against a team which is leading in the group. They have been playing well. They have had convincing wins, but we are prepared to have our first win.
Well, tactically, they are very robust. They are a fast and physical side. How do you plan to get behind that defense?
I equally believe that we have got also fast players who can match their speed tactically. I believe that we are much better than them. Maybe in terms of speed they are better, but I strongly believe that we can match their speed with the way how we stand when we don't have the ball, and even when we want to go on the break, when we want to win it. I believe that we will be a better side today.
You played to a goalless draw in the previous match, but here you are today, up front, creating the chances. Do you think you're going to put them away?
Yeah, more especially the last game. It was very frustrating to create a lot of chances, but not taking them. We sat down, we talked, we believe that the guys, they'll give us answers today.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Coach, it's been a difficult couple of matches, but here you are, a very important one for you to hopefully shore up.
Yes, when we planned this tournament, we planned to be here to give the opportunity to the players have excited, competitive matches. So there is a situation, that kind of scenarios we believe that open the possibility for our players to grow. So now we feel that have a lot of players with good skills to give a good answer for us. So today is another day with a new windows, the opportunity for other players to have a competitive matches, and in the end we hope from them a good answer.
Was a massive win in your previous encounter. Today is obviously the hope to carry through. What is the tactical plan?
Well, the plan is always put our philosophy in the match, and in the end win the game. Enjoy, play well, and win. So that's what I expect from the players, and very important, we depend on us for our performance to conquer the opportunity to go through to the semifinals. Let's do it.
You have been very vocal about other national teams taking this tournament very seriously, and I think you have a bunch of players that show the confidence in you, and the results speak for itself.
Yes, as I said, we national coaches usually claim for opportunities to have competitive matches. That is opportunity.
Well, congratulations and good luck in the match.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take your best shot with HollywoodBets in our universe of spectacular soccer action. Multiple opportunities to score are yours for the taking, with our max payout of 30 million rand, easy cash out options, in-play betting, and data-free site. Share your tips and selections with family and friends using our Share a Bet feature. Your betting adventure starts here. HollywoodBets, be in the game.
Hello everyone and welcome to the COSAFA HollywoodBets 2025. It is getting to the business end, and we do bring to you Group B, Malawi up against Angola. The two sides have missed 3 occasions in the COSAFA Cup, and Malawi have been winners with 2 draws being played between them. A total of 3 goals is what we've seen between these two nations, and today it will be no different, as the coaches are both expecting to ensure their qualifications into the knockout stages. Angola come in with 4 points, Malawi with 1 point. When you look at the results, we'll look at that of Malawi that's come in playing a 0-0 draw against Namibia in their previous match, and also having gone down by a 1-0 against Lesotho. Angola, on the other hand, is a team that won by 4-0 and played to a 1-1 draw. They come out in their numbers to witness the two sides, but first up will be the national teams of both nations.
Of Malawi. While we still remain standing, let us now honor the national anthem of Angola.
Exciting time as the players go into a quick exchange of customary greetings. It is Malawi and Angola who show so much of respect for this particular tournament. We will be quickly looking at the lineups, but before then, the weather conditions having dropped to 10 degrees and 29-kilometer wind out here, and it is a winter's night, and the pitch will certainly be slippery as the evening dew just falls onto this pitch that has received a bit of a hammering. We are in day 7 of the HollywoodBets COSAFA Cup, and it is the business end of this tournament. We'll look at the lineup for Malawi. George Chikuka remains in goal. Blessing Singini in the middle of the park. Yako Songo and Promise Kamwendo up front. That is for Coach Catlisto, who will make sure that his team gets over the line. These are the Angolan team, the team to beat at the moment. As we have a look at the lineup for Coach Pedro Conclaus, it's Elson de Cruz, Fernando in defense. In the middle of the park, Pedro Francisco and Jordi Gasper up front. A bench that is packed with a lot of firepower. One would be expecting that this team is given the thumbs up. The two captains who will get into a toss, and that is none other than Gilberto. As we have a look at the officials, Hilary Hamama of Zambia, Zemani Silimani from Eswatini, Alpheus Stole of South Africa, Lawrence Zimondi of Zimbabwe, and Mwanasa Kapinganga from Zambia. We look at our VAR officials, Brighton Chimenye and Shaj Padiachi of the Seychelles. So Brighton and Sarge will be the referees that will be keeping an eye on proceedings from a different view and making the necessary call. It is the Angolan outfit in the white with a bit of red trimmings. They would attack from the right to the left. But look at the beautiful skies. It is a full moon out there, and a wonderful night indeed for this wonderful game that we anticipate some fireworks. The flames, as they are known, in the green with a bit of orange trimming, are the team that is attacking from the left to the right of your screens. But it is the Angolan outfit that comes out of the blocks rather quickly and getting us underway. Referee Hilary Hambama is one of those referees given so much of respect and is expected to handle this match with aplomb. Malawi, who have come into this match at the back of a draw, a goalless draw at that against Namibia, showing a bit of strength, which will be very, very key as the match progresses. Chirwa brought down rather easily though. Ball being played at the back, two centre-backs, Singo and Pokera are the two that will be looking after the danger man of Nteka and Depu, a man who's currently on 4 goals, the leading goal scorer in this tournament. But as the coach will tell you, we put that behind us and look forward to another 90 minutes. A lot of stocky players out there. Strength will be crucial. Ball delivered into the box, and keeper comes out, doesn't get a hold of it, but that ball just ricocheting and continued on its way out. The captain, Wise, Dino Wise, it's a long ball that has been put to the ground by Malawi. They do emphasize their football on possession, and the long diagonal balls delivered into the box, looking for Kamwendo, one of the players who is so much talked about as we look at that challenge. And one's got to also look at the antelopes, as they are known, Balacas Negros. It is the Angolan side, which has really been the side that has the most goals in this tournament, and have come out all guns blazing. They have scored most number of goals with making 18 appearances, their first appearance being in 1998, 1998. That is their COSAFA appearances. And with 28 coaches that have been responsible for steering the team into the right direction. Angola, who are champions of COSAFA, 1999, 2001, 2004, and 2024. They are the defending champions. Can they defend their crown, their title defense? As the keeper does collect that. Their title defense took a little bit of a stuttering, playing to a 1-1 draw against Namibia. Pulsating match at that. Down to 10 men that were able to get back into the match with a goal scored in around the 74th minute. It was Angola. Malawi, on the other hand, you will remember young Chimonzi, who was the most capped player in Malawi, 159 caps. But you will remember Kina Piri, the top goal scorer in Malawian football. He scored about 71 goals for Malawi. That's Kina Piri. They too have gone through quite a number of coaches, 23 to be precise, 10 foreign coaches and 13 local coaches, currently being looked after by a Zimbabwean, Kalisto Pasuma. So that ball goes out of play. It's a throw-in. Malawi coming in this match with a 4-3-3 formation. That can easily be 4-2-3-1. Packing in the midfield. That just is a team that is very cautious on the threat that Angola possesses, trying to outnumber the Angolans. As a player grimacing in pain, just taking a bit of a knock, is Nyirenda. You will remember players like Wetson Nyirenda, who played in the Premiership, South Africa. Being shared at the back between Ramek. Ball given away, and it will be Ndeka that takes advantage. Gilberto is another live wire for Angola. Ball over the top, trying to get behind Ramek. Player being clipped his ankles and forced to the ground. It's a free kick, and apologizing immediately to the referee is a single. Malawians are pretty physical side. Well, the completion of Group A is done and dusted. The results thereof, South Africa playing to a goalless draw, and they get 4 points, finishing on top of the group. And Zimbabwe also joining South Africa to qualify for the knockout stages, as Zimbabwe also finished on 4 points. So we have 3 teams in Group A finishing on 4 points. So free kick at this present moment in favor of the Antelopes. Kiliano to take the free kick. So there is some pushing on the edge of the box. Ball delivered, keeper comes out, gets a fist, hacks it furthest away, but giving chase is Abel. He'll want to keep it up front. So showing some good discipline, Abel going up when necessary to use his big frame, and then runs quickly back into position. Abel and Midingo are the 2 players that are playing in that central defense. George Chikula. Angola have made 10 AFCON appearances. So, ball just bouncing rather awkwardly as a ball taken and strike to the keeper. Collects it on a second attempt. Chirwa causing all the problems. Ball quickly launched out, looking for Pedro. Pedro finds Gilberto. Gilberto looking for the quick return. Pedro would just keep his foot on the pedal and try and take the ball back, looking for a bit of a run up front as Gilberto was closely marked. But here's the long ball in search of Kiliano. Very cautious approach by Angola, and the last touch coming off shore, and that will be a goal kick. That's Chico Banza, rather, with the yellow bandana on the head. Well, the Angolan players not playing with their real names on their jersey. Chico Banda is known as Francisco Gonzalez Sacalumbo. Francisco Gonzalez Sacalumbo. Ball thrown in. Apologizes to the referee, but the hand goes into the pocket. Do we get to see the first yellow card? And indeed, it is the first yellow card that is being given to Kiliano. And, rather disappointing for Kiliano. Kiliano, 10 minutes on the clock, 0-0 the scoreline. Gilberto seems to be the live wire, is Gilberto. Ball hacked away up front in search of Depu, but it is picked up in the middle of the park by Singina. Still searching for some sort of rhythm. Ball on the edge of the box. That ball being rotated back, showing some good footwork, and as he tried to let rip, it was closed down very quickly by Malawi, standing firm. Patrick Mabedu was also the coach of the Flames. At some point, he was pretty much unhappy with the working conditions, and now finding another coach from Zimbabwe looking after the Flames. Basua, former Big Bullets coach, and also Dynamo's former Dynamo's player. So when you look at the stature of the man, he needs no introduction to football. He's been there, played alongside some of the great legends like Stuart Murisa and Tanya Murechwa. That was football in Malawi then, and a player has gone down rather cheaply. So that's the player, Kiliano Manuel, on the receiving end for a yellow card. Just getting his hand in the path of a Malawian player. A lot of running all over the top. Good communication in that defense between Singo and Mpokera. Long ball, far right, Chirwa, the recipient. Chirwa continued his run, and some brave defending. Pedro making sure that he sends that ball away and rather gives away a corner. Chirwa wanted to just bring in a low shot. So this is going to be an interesting battle. Angola need a draw. They'll play it very, very cautious. Ball nicely rotated into the box and a good delivery, but equal to the task is Abel, making sure that his defense stands firm. Taking opportunities yet again is Wise, and that ball goes out for another corner. Good movement shown by Malawi, especially in the middle of the park and up front, getting to see players getting to some decent positions, showing the right attitude, as the coach says. Wants to see the players who are hungry. He wants to see the players who will take this opportunity. So 2 corners to Malawi. They've pushed up Singo, they've pushed up Mpokera. Gumbo's also joined in. It's played short. Kamwendo comes to the foul. Keeper comes out, gets a header, and important touch. That ball was almost whipped in by Wise. Here's an opportunity for Angola to break. Ball delivered just behind the defense of Malawi. Good first touch by Gilberto. And ultimately the last touch coming off Malawi. Now Gilberto had a stint with Orlando Pirates. Gilberto plays for Atletico de Luanda. Throw in for Angola. Header, keeper. Very comfortable in the air. He'll take his time and try and push the players out of the defensive third and force them up front. Malawi so far being bundled off the ball, robust. Defended by Abel. And the referee quickly asking for the medical team to be prompt in ensuring that the player gets the right treatment. The way he fell down looked like there was definitely a clash of heads between the 2 players, and Salum seems to be worse for wear. He's up against Abel, a no-nonsense defender in Abel. So good to see him up and about and offering support. There's Nteka as well as Depu shaking the head. That must have been quite a knock. So the coach will definitely be looking at these players and wanting a number of forward passes, showing some good balance on the right-hand side. We are seeing Chirwa do a lot of the work. You would expect on the left-hand side Wise to do the same. So Singo and Pokera in that defense, maybe pushing up a little bit more. Ball in the air. Gilberto will take it and run at the defense, or Malawian players in the middle of the park. He's got the support coming from Kiliano, a man who is on a yellow card, switching play to the left-hand side. Abel sharing it with Madingo. Angola patient, trying to draw in Malawi, but they have other ideas. Pressing from the top is Malawi. Then the long ball. The bounce of the ball has got to be guarded right up to the letter, and Ramek does well to leap highest. Quickly taken. Is coach Pedro Suarez Gonzalez, as we have a look at that moment, the header, to get that ball out of play. That will allow the Malawian players some time to get back into position. Nyirenda does well for Malawi. Good touch by Gumbo. Kamwendo, Malawi. Out to the right, looking for Chirwa. And the last touch coming off Chico Banza. Chico Banza. Good, strong pair of hands. Good connection. Trying to send it right back where it came from. Is Singini. Chirwa. He's trying to give Malawi the width that they want. Chico Banza, the captain there, wise on the left-hand side. So not been given too much of room as Gilberto finds himself dropping a little deeper than expected. The coach on the touchline is trying to push him up, wanting him in the attacking third and not in the midfield nor in the defensive area. But it is Angola that look quite comfortable on the ball defensively, trying to create the space and be patient before they launch that long ball up front. Not picking up any risks at the moment. Good play by Angola. Rather casual affair. Banza. And you look at the coach of Angola, he's been around, been part of the academy, working with the under-15s and under-17s, as well as the under-20 and under-23. One of the coaches that has done very well for Angolan football, and maybe the only coach that has got this team to qualify for the African Nations Championship and the African Nations Cup. That's Coach Pedro Suarez. Many people singing his praise, the way that he's brought the Pelicanandras Negros, or the Antelopes, if you like. Gilberto. Drop of the shoulder, absolutely skillful, showing a lot of creativity. Is Gilberto being taken out as well? Looks like Nyirenda as the player just to stop Gilberto, and he's asking, isn't there going to be a yellow card? Have a look at this. He's got the pace, but he's also quite cheeky, getting that ball between the player's legs. It goes down in a heap. And, couldn't do otherwise. Nyirenda decides that the free kick is good enough. Goalkeeper just organizing his wall. It's a two-man wall. Wants the wall to move a little bit more to the left-hand side. Make sure that angle is watertight. Free kick. Header away as Mpokera does well. Kept in play, but in an offside position is Gilberto. So that is the moment when you have a look at Gilberto is coming from an offside position and taking his time. The assistant referee making sure that his flag goes up in a flash. Very compact is Angola in that defense right now. Closing down at every opportunity they're given, but the ball falls kindly to Banza. And running out of room, but the last touch coming off Chirwa on the left-hand side. Angola will probe. Well, they've come to witness this match. They're loving what they see, some smiles being shared. But again, you'll wait for the 90th minute to decide to see whether those smiles are still there. 22 minutes on the clock, 0-0 the scoreline. Forward pass is expected out to the left-hand side. Circulating the ball is Angola. Good touch by Chirwa to stop the attacking move from Angola. It's a throw-in. Pedro. He's been given the responsibility to take the standard situation. A bounce of the ball, rather awkward, but the keeper was alert. It's George Chikura making sure that he doesn't let anything pass by. Kept a clean sheet against Namibia and allowed Lesotho to break the hearts of many Malawians. The nation is looking for some hope, and these are the players that carry the hope of the millions of soccer-loving fans out in Malawi. Ball in the air, keeper comes out and being banged back into play. That ball not going out as Pedro will tidy up for Angola. Ultimately, quickly checking the goalkeeper. And the referee. Let's have a look at that. It was Chirwa whipping that ball. Keeper went out, clashing into the players, and had every right to continue playing as the keeper didn't have a good hold of that. Free kick given to Angola. Decision making by the referee has been absolutely spot on. Looking for those forward passes from Angola, long balls as well, shielding the ball, and the last touch coming off Banza, and that will give Malawi the throw-in. It's around 10 degrees out here at Toyota Park in Bloemfontein. Pretty nippy evening. The players are nice and warm after 25 minutes of running and hard at work. The adrenaline still locked at 0-0 apiece. Abel and Co. The entire bench has been summoned to warm up. Bench of Angola. Coach unhappy with some of the players, I'm sure, looking to make a change at that. Angola have one World Cup appearance, mind you. That was way back in 2006, and were eliminated in the group stages. Malawi. And win it back as Malawi, looking for the Knox going forward, and player with his back against the goal takes it out to Chirwa. Ball delivered. Keeper under no pressure at all. Makes it look so simple. Looking to push out the players. One thing that is certain about Angola, they play out of defense, and here's the mistake due to the high press. How does Malawi play this one? And good defending as they forced Malawi not to take a shot in that moment when everybody thought he was on with the money. That's Gumbo. All a defender needs is time, and Gumbo appeared to be uncertain in that promising move from Malawi. Here's a chance for Singi. Holding his head and then ultimately going down again, a clash. There's nothing wrong on the head there, but as they normally say, football players have got another profession in acting. Holds his head And we're preparing the Oscars for the end of the tournament, and we'll hand out a couple of players. So far, so good. No malicious intent. Well, this being the third and final match of Group B. Tomorrow will be another exciting day at the office. Foul. Playing very simple is Angola. Love that. So get players with acres of space, and Malawi being forced to track, drawing Malawi to come to the foul, but playing it rather safe and playing it rather simple. Showing a bit of balance as Malawi. Chirwa and Wise, when giving them the width. It's in the middle of the park where you get to see the combination of Gumbo and Chingi. Salumi also just playing on top of that triangle. Here's a chance for Angola. Closed down very quickly. Yes, Malawi will launch an attack of their own, but just leaving that ball behind, or it's getting stuck under his feet, and the chase is on. Anywhere will do. You cannot fault Mindingo in that moment. He had no support, and the players were out of position. Good first touch. Chirwa takes a strike. Keeper went down very quickly. Smothered that. As we have a look at good control by Chirwa, did well to create space for himself, and the decision by the goalkeeper to be quite lethal and comfortable in collecting that ball. He had about 2 players lurking that were waiting for any spillages. Another free kick, this time in and around the center circle. It is Malawi that will push forward a number of the big boys. Switched to the left-hand side. They seem to fancy that side in which Shingi and Wise are appearing to dominate. Here's Shingi over the top in search of Wise. Angola. Gilberto. Depu leaves the ball back. Shingi. Out on the right-hand side is Chirwa. Eventually spotting him. Switching play. First touch was good. The race is on. And not to be out-muscled, not to be moved is Pedro. Angola dominated the match against Lesotho. Slipping at a vital moment as he switches play in search of Gilberto. Forced to go backwards, but good spaces that are opening, trying to play between the lines and doing so successfully. That ball over the top, first touch is important, but the bounce of the ball being quite favorable for Mpokera. Zimbabwe, who won the previous match, make it through into the next round with South Africa. That is the most successful COSAFA nation, or nation in the COSAFA Cup rather. Corner, whipped in, but Chirwa does well. been given the responsibility to look after the first pole. That's a poor effort. That's a poor effort. And Coach Pedro agrees with me. Goalkeeper, you're looking at Chikuru, known to be a very, very strong player when it comes to penalties. His reading of the penalties is very good. Strong on the ground. His opposite number, very good in the air. And also good with distribution. Showing some strength and ultimately drawing the attention of the referee. Mr. Wise, the free kick is given. Have a look at that. But he also has his hand all over the defender and crying foul ultimately. Wise showing some wise decisions that got the referee a bit confused. Delivery is high, dipping at the right moment. Had to be quite decisive in that. Kiliano gets the last touch, and that will give Malawi another corner. This after 35 minutes. First one was played short. This time the delivery will need to be good quality. On the edge of the box, trying to fire in a right-footed shot. And it is Angola that stand firm. Call it the wall of Jericho. Finding it difficult to break through those strong, tall, robust defenders. Malawi will try yet again. Showed too much of the ball, and it is Angola who pick it up. Ultimately, possession turned over. Both sides now and then are guilty of giving away possession needlessly. But you got to look out there, and perhaps some tired legs. With 35 minutes on the clock. Malawi, no. Angola, no. Drop of the ball. Shingi. Beaten in the air by a strong Shaw. Gilberto. Put on the afterburners as Gilberto looking to turn, and he does turn, but turns into trouble and draws the foul as Kiliano. The man who is on a yellow card. Nevertheless, have a look at this. Gilberto. And he goes down, and some of the players will say, you're on the receiving end. Is Kiliano. And, for players like Singo, they say, you give, you must also receive. Another long ball, helped on, bounce of the ball falls kindly for Chikuru. Four players for Malawi looking for that long ball to attack. Just two players in the middle of the park. If dispossessed, there'll definitely be one-way traffic. Chirwa loses out to Pedro. Pedro then brings in Abel. Pedro yet again on the line, and some tenacious work there from the Malawian midfielder, that is Sulumi. Seeing a lot of shifting by Malawi. They've got 4 or 5 players in that defense, and ultimately it is Nyirenda that says, let's push it out. There's no need for 5 players. We are defending only 2 of those. They've frustrated Gilberto, forced him backwards, and so is Banza also now and then a lot deeper than one would expect. Player sorting out his boots, and, tying his shoelaces is Pedro. Quite a stalky player. Got some explosiveness in the second half. We're sure to see him make a lot more inroads going forward as Pedro. In the previous match, he was quite menacing with his pace. The referee just looking after the players, and studs showing a little too much going into the player, and well, you be the judge of that. Very cagey. 40 minutes, approaching 5 minutes, in which both sets of players will still have to remain focused on the job at hand. Goalkeepers like to tell you, focus, switch on in these last 5 minutes. Do not think about the change room. And the coach, on the other hand, preparing words of wisdom to try and motivate the players to believe in the plan. And in that particular move, didn't come together as Wise just overruns that ball, taking the throw in and playing the 1-2 with Kamwendo. Wise does well to drop the shoulder, trying to cut through, gets up, picks it up yet again, needs a good delivery on the blind side. Chirwa! Oh, that was a near miss. Ball still bobbling, brilliant save. Neblu making sure that he keeps his team in this game. There's a corner. Malawi, that was a half chance. Neblu asked to pull out a top draw save. It's a corner. Salimu, good delivery. Ball still in the box. Angola have all the players defending. This is another opportunity for Malawi to send a long ball, plucked in the air, and this time it is a goal kick. In an attempt to force some sort of combination play. Angola still very cautious in the approach. Malawi pressing and pressing a bit high up in the field, reacting responsibly and very quickly is the Angolan defense. Ball in the middle of the park. He has a chance for Malawi, sending it out, looking for the pace of Wise. Needs to pick his head up, needs a cross, but instead goes down rather cheaply. Here's Angola. I'll use the advantage of sending men forward. As Gilberto kept that ball in play, ultimately running out of room, and he's quite frustrated with himself. The coach having to get onto his feet with the hope that will spur on the players. Kamwendo, good control of the ball. Malawi have it in the middle of the park. Silumu switching to Chirwa. Chirwa finds Silumu yet again. Played backward to Ramek. Chirwa. Ramek takes his eye off the ball, but fortunately enough for him, there's no one at the back. Kamwendo. The ball being scooped up in the air. And, Ramek wins it for Malawi. He has a chance for Malawi to conjure up a couple of moves. They're enjoying quite a bit of the possession here, is Malawi. They have about 3 minutes to the break plus referee's optional time. The assistant coach says we are here to cause an upset. And Pedro goes down, holding his back. Just getting a bit of an elbow in his back. There's Pedro. And Chirwa gets into the referee's book as well. He gets a yellow card. So Malawi, who are looking on Angola, you're looking at the bench, you look at Matias, you look at Joao, there's Manique, as well as Julio Sila. Those are some of the players, if you need them in the second half, can come in and do the job. Well, we've only got 2 players of the Angolan side who are yet to taste or get some minutes, and that is Agostinho Jose Julio Kalunga. He plays for Willet Benguela in Angola, as well as Luis Eusebio. Luis Eusebio, he too is yet to get a few minutes under the belt. He plays for GD Interclub. He's a defender. Chirwa, Singu. Stretching play to the right. Oh, one gets to see Salumi. And Abel just showing his experience. 2 minutes as the board goes up. Well, we haven't seen much of the action, and Deka and Depu have been silenced in this match. Banza taking that responsibility. Gilberto was quickest to the ball in that moment, but we had Nyirenda who decided that he'll go route one and hack that ball forward. Kiliano, some Malawi waltzing away is wise. Salumi looking for Kamwendo with a challenge from behind. Decent ball. He has an opportunity for Malawi. Can they finish this half strongly as a player goes down in the box, and it is from the pressure of Salumi. Seems to be pushing up a lot more. So we have a look at this ball, and holding, and eventually a player going down. That's where he was holding on Pedro. And he has his hands up and says, "What did I do, Mr. Ref? It's not me. It's not me." But clearly being spotted by the referee. Malawi will launch. He has an opportunity for Angola. Back heel was needed. Instead played it to an oncoming Kiliano. Closed down very quickly, and that ball is being guided out for a goal kick. Chirwa putting in effort. They're looking on with the red and green supporters of Malawi. No one is sitting down. The chairs are absolutely cold, and the referee blows his whistle once, twice, 3 times, and ends the first 45 minutes. There's lots of concerns as they go into the break. Who will break the deadlock? Bearing in mind that it is Angola that just need a point to advance into the next round. Malawi, who have enjoyed the bigger chunk of possession and seem to be the team taking the game to the Angolans, will come back into the second half a lot more confident and will want to pick it up from where they left off. So as it stands, it's Malawi and Angola at 0-0 apiece. We have a look at the stats. The goal attempts, 5 for Malawi, 1 of those on target, and Angola yet to get to any shot on target. Definitely being put on the back foot when you're looking at the possession. Malawi enjoying slightly more than the opposition, both with bookings, 1 yellow card apiece.
Duma! Take your best shot with HollywoodBets in our universe of spectacular soccer action. Multiple opportunities to score are yours for the taking. With our max payout of 30 million rand, easy cash out options, in-play betting, and data-free site. Share your tips and selections with family and friends using our Share a Bet feature. Your betting adventure starts here. HollywoodBets, be in the game.
And 20. Welcome back to the second half. If you are just joining us, it is a match between Malawi and Angola. Two changes being made by Angolan side, and in comes Boatu Mananga as well as Ambrosini Antonio Cabanca Salvador. So coming out is Gilberto and Banza, the two players that gave Angola the width in the first 45 minutes, bringing in a fresh pair of legs. And players like Ambrosini and Boatu are quite menacing in the match against Namibia. Were quite a revelation to watch, but here they are in the second half. Coach really wanting to exert more attack and put Malawi under pressure. On the other hand, Malawi have come out unchanged from the break. And it's a throw-in for Malawi. Looking for the captain Wise, who was bundled out of the way, and the referee doesn't see anything wrong, but pushes back a little, expecting Jordi to take the throw-in from the correct position. And players like Abel in that defense will have to impose their stature here in the second half, as well as Jonathan Benang. Ball help forward, and a snapshot immediately from Ambrosini. Sacrificing an attacking player. So, foul. And very unhappy Alexandra Fernando there. It goes down very easy. So, got to be careful and have a better way to break your fall and a good timing. Ball needs to be cut out as the delivery is hard and low and goes into the side netting, not without a touch from the goalkeeper, and thus a corner. So that is the waltzing ability of Ambrosini. Is quite an exciting lad, Ambrosini. He's got the pace, got the intelligence. Ball delivered into the box, and that's the opener. Immediate response in the second half, and Angola draw first blood. It is Nteka, and enjoying every minute thereof. Nteka getting his goal. Keeper was beaten. They were quite imposing. They were quite intentional. When you look at that corner, dipping at the right moment in front of the defense, and Mpokera there went to sleep. Good towering header. As we have a look at that ball, just gliding into the box, and Nteka gets the first goal. (1-0) to Angola. Randy Nteka, just to confirm the goal scorer in the 48th minute. Pushed up all the big boys for that corner, and it paid dividends. Malawi proving to be pretty difficult and pretty stubborn in the first 45. They got to regroup. There's definitely an urgency about Angola. Throw in it will be. Jordi to take the throw in. Another strong, a long ball over the top, but picked up by Singini. Singini, who was full of running in the first half. 1-0 in favor of Angola. They draw first blood in this match. Angola, should the result remain as is, they'll finish with 7 points in total. Here's Malawi. Need to get the numbers forward. Enjoyed majority of the possession in the first 45. They also had 5 shots taken. 2 of those were on target. Angola were yet to get a shot on target, and the first shot that they got in the second half was the one that gives them the lead. Good control. Ramek. Malawi looking for Kamwendo. He's beaten in the air as Malawi showing some feet. Gumbo on the edge of the box, but shutting the back door, finding it difficult to get behind that wall. Sent back is Wise, giving chase, and ultimately a last touch coming off Geordie. Wise, full of running, is looking to release that ball and eventually decides against it. Just 2 players on the edge of the box. That is Salumi, and going to join in Salumi on the receiving end. Malawi delivers that ball. It's a high ball, but plucked in the air. Chirwa will try and turn, waltz away, step overs, bringing in Ramek. Good turn. Nyerenda's available if needed. Cross expected, and that is overcooked. It'll go out for a goal kick. Angola have got to the all-important goal they wanted. Immediately the changes paying for the coach. Ambrosini coming on. And Buatu. Ball was sent out wide, looking for Shore. Delivered into the box, in the air, control, falling off the chest, but it's Mpokera that gets it away. Angola still with possession. Abel. And that ball just goes out for a throw-in. Possession turned over back in favor of Angola. Pedro to take the throw-in, pushing out the goal scorer, and Deka is in the box. Depu is in the box. Gilberto and Banza on the bench. They struggled to open up Malawi, and immediately the 2 changes made by Buatu and Ambrosini gave the balance that the coach wanted. Throw in Pedro. Ball in there, and 2 players go down. Definitely a moment that we don't want to see, as the yellow card is being banished and the players are at loggerheads. This is not something we want to see in football. So some calm heads, and we'll have a look at that ball. It was a ball in and being scooped off the ground as the 2 players clashed there, and Salumi was involved, and he stayed down. It's a yellow card there for Ambrosini. Ambrosini with the yellow card. Have a look at this closer. The head goes in there, and he stayed down, and he still says to the referee, I didn't do anything. Salumi is up on his feet and giving an indication to the bench that he wants to be, he doesn't think he'll carry on with the match, and he goes down yet again. The players warming up. That will be an unfortunate situation for the coach to bring in a new player, but be that as it may, for 55 minutes, 1-0 in favor of Angola. The technical bench of Malawi looking on, nicely dressed, warm. There's a player being stretchered off. Good to see some sportsmanship. Depu and Nteka helping on and really sharing a moment that we love to see in football. So the player is being stretchered out. Salumi, he will take no further part in this match. And that's how his tournament ends. He fell down in a heap. The game continues. Angola in the lead. A goal by Nteka. Out to the left-hand side. Ambrosini does well to bring it down. He's got some happy feet as Ambrosini. But then Angola give away possession in the form of Gumbo. He'll pick it up for Malawi and take it forward. They know they have their backs against the wall. Coach giving a few more instructions. Very confident is Coach Pedro Soares Gonçalves. Ball in the air, knew nothing about it. Wise trying to keep that momentum going forward, but the Angolans tidy up. Coach is asking for some patience. Player immediately being taken into the medical room, and I'm sure he will have an investigation by the medical team. So long ball yet again, searching for Mwanza, and a free kick. Player down and flat on his back, and the referee goes to his pocket yet again. What color will this be? As you see, Mpokera has been asked to step back, and Mpokera is the guilty player, and still down and out. Mpokera gets a yellow card. Blessing Mpokera apologizes. You've got to be careful when your centre backs are now going to be playing with a bit of a handbrake. So preparing to come on is a double change for Malawi. As we have a look at Oscar Petro and Oscar Petro, and you're looking at Olsen Kanjira. Olsen Kanjira. circulating the ball with such confidence as Angola. Times of need, a switch play to retaining possession is absolutely key, and then you get the forward pass. So looking for the movement in the middle of the park, and here's the space that opens up in decision making. One would have expected that that ball goes into the center circle, looking for players that are available like Shaw as well as Kiliano. Here is Ndeketa, delivers the ball, but nicely defended as he was tracking back as Abel switching the play out wide to the right hand side for Malawi. Still wanting to make the change is Malawi. They're waiting for that moment as the ball would go out, but Angola have done well to keep that ball in play and circulated to the right hand side for Teka. Teka on the ball, looking for the quick return. Does well to protect that ball from going out of play and ultimately getting a throw in. You can't fault them for effort. So Blessing Singini is the player who was stretched. And then jersey number 10, that is Chira, also given way. So Gadi Chira gives way, and Oscar Petrol comes in as well as Olsen. So the two changes made by Malawi. In the middle of the park, a fresh pair of legs, as well as Chirwa, who was operating on the right-hand side. Olsen is a very attacking player. And Petrol, Oscar Petrol. Well, he needs a lot more than petrol to light the fumes. So another player goes down to the ground. Let's hope this match doesn't really lose the fluidity that it had. We're seeing the two number 13s against each other, showing who's stronger between the two. Ultimately, the last touch goes out for a throw-in. Malawi, Wise. There's Wise on the ball again for Malawi. Two players are casualties of a strong challenge. Malawi, as Gumbo continues to limp forward in anticipation that he will run the pain off. Gumbo. Another high ball, mistake made by Abel. Ambrosini gives chase, but it is Ramek that wins the race. Malawi still looking for the breakthrough. Ball delivered on the edge of the box and a timely interception. Jordi has been instrumental in that defense. Well, there's concerns about a groin. Doesn't look like you want to continue. That will be unfortunate for Jordi Gasper. Showing a signal of the groin and getting onto a cold stretcher. least they could have had a blanket over that stretcher just to make it warm. Player being prepared, put on the jersey. He has a vest underneath, and two players are getting ready to come on. Antonio da Silva, Orsi. Antonio is ready to come on, and so is Alberto Campos Miguel. Those are the two players that are getting ready to come on the park. Seems to be a problem with the referee's equipment. Orsi and Miguel are getting ready to come onto the park, and that will be the fourth change made by Angola. You will recall that Jonathan and Salvador were the two players that came on. As we have a look at that goal in as early as the second half, when everyone was still asleep, it was Nteka that leaped highest, and the celebrations continued. They will continue through the night, that is for sure. Looks like a groin, and they're looking on in this cold. They brave supporters to look at this present moment rather dejected.
Come on. Hey, referee. Hey. Come on.
Asking the referee for the two players if they can come on. The fourth official is still taking his time. There's a bit of confusion with the sub taking place. Malawi, in the meantime, will make use of the confusion. Try to turn on the ball, and ultimately it is Mpoka. Single will give chase and keeping it in play. Oh, nicely pickpocketed in that moment, Abrosini. Ambrosini's come on and really given Angola a lot in attack, as Nteka showing his strength, and ultimately a foul is given. In actual fact, it's not a foul, it's a throw-in. Referee still looking at the touchline and wondering what's the delay. Two players still being prepared. Keeper comes out, collects that, wants to release it very quickly. Decent ball looking for Kamwendo. Kamwendo doesn't get good control and ultimately shows too much of the ball. Nteka wins a free kick. Studs, and down goes Nteka. Finally, the paperwork is done. Players will be allowed onto the pitch. Antonio Orsi will come on for number 21, Jordi, who seems to have a little bit of a hamstring, if not groin. And the second change, Kiliano was on a yellow card. His place is being taken by Alberto Miguel. Malawi also considering two changes and being prepared is Wangani Lungu. You can see how Ntika is struggling in that moment as he being helped off. He's really run his socks off. He's been in the wars. That body tells a story. Ziliat Nkoma is the player that is also being prepared by Malawi. So that being the two players to add to make a difference. So that will be 4 changes apiece. Shepherded. So ball into a dangerous area for Malawi, but the keeper does well to remain focused on the job at hand. They're still in it. They can pull one back and maybe force a draw. That will maybe just stop Angola from this free flow. Playing like defending champions. Oh, Angola. Malawi have all the work to do. Stopping that ball from being whipped in. Crosses denied. No white jersey up front. It's just Malawi all the way. Mpokera. Keeper does well to thread it in between the two players and finds Oscar. Bounce of the ball important, and the keeper was very quick to read the danger. There's 2 players that also go down in this center circle. It looks like use of the elbow. Aurelio as have a look at this, goes into the player Aurelio and Singo. So out goes number 21 for Malawi, which is Gumbo. He goes out and his place is being taken by Nkoma, Zeliat Nkoma. And then the next change is Promise Kamwendo. Promise Kamwendo is the player to come out. And the 2 players that were standing on the touchline, Wangani Lungu and Zelia Nkoma, have come on, and they are hoping that they carry the shoulders, they carry the nation on their shoulders. They've been given the responsibility to turn this game on its head. They have about 12 minutes or so into the 90-plus referees optional time to turn this game around. The referee had left the field and has gone off yet again. He's been troubled by his equipment. He'll go back to the technical team and as Mr. Felix, who was responsible for the training of the referees, changing the equipment. So, malfunctioning of the equipment. Players are being asked to just keep warm and run on the spot as the game has been stopped momentarily. That, we hope, will not break the momentum. The referee's back in action and the game can continue. header that is being protected by Mpokera from going out for a corner. Angola, their physicality really becoming problematic and evident here in the second half, using that height. Ambrosini losing out. The introduction of Wangani Lungu on the right-hand side. One will be expecting a little bit more fireworks going forward. Coach is saying, what is there to defend? They're looking for that equalizer and sacrifice a defender. That ball bounces and goes all the way to the goalkeeper on the opposite end. So 75 minutes with about 15 minutes to go. It's a single for Malawi. He's absolutely busy. He's come in and asked questions of the Angolan defense. Ball is in the air. Wise, the bounce of the ball. And ultimately Abel hacks it away. Brought back again by Malawi. Picked up. This time anywhere will do. A lot of defending being made by Angola. Here's Wise. Wise will use his pace and try to turn in the two defenders. Was not successful in that dribble. Aurelio. It's a throw-in for Angola. Pretty advanced position. Looking to get the ball behind the Malawian defense. Good defending from the front. Stopping that long ball from coming out of that defense. Last touch for Malawi player. Some tired players out there. As you have a look at Aurelio, who's been a man at work out on the left. Zimbabwe and South Africa are through. We're waiting to see how does Group B pan out. Marauding run and good work as Wise was called upon. Got the last touch, the captain. Corner. Rodingo, Abel in the box, good delivery. The keeper gets a hand to it, but it's helped out by Wise.
Number 17, I'm watching you. Any foul here, I'll give green. It's clear. Yes.
Very clear, Mr. Ref. I'm watching you, number 17. Any foul, I'll give the penalty. Ball in the box. Up in the air. Danger still lurking. And free kick awarded to Malawi. That's the reason Well, when you look at a strong challenge there by Shaw on Salima. Shaw on Salima. He's asking for the stretcher. He's been in the wars as Nteka, the goal scorer. It's his goal that separates the two sides. Glancing header ultimately is being substituted. Nteka. And it is Felicio Mendes, or Joao Felicius Mendes. He will come on, Joao. This time, the fourth official was quite quick in making sure that all the admin was out of the way. And the player being stretched off is the goal scorer. He'll tell you that his job is done. So, fifth and final change from Angola. That will be enough for Coach Pedro. Pressing from the front, forcing the mistakes. Here's an opportunity for Angola. Players just come on, laying it back, looking for that through ball. Wasn't able to get it in between Singo and Mpokera. Angola picked up by Zimbabwe. Another foul, and the foul on Nkoma. He doesn't like it, but had to be stopped. Showed that he was wanting to use the advantage and advancing, and on the right hand side as well. There's another concern.
Tell the teams that for now VIA is off. All right.
Mr. Felix giving a little bit of information to the technical bench. He's giving information that the VAR is no longer operational. No VAR. And with 10 minutes to go, Mpokera. And the referee was very quick to blow his whistle. And it will be a free kick for Angola. It is Angola that will get us started here after that moment. Ball in the air, and you're looking at the foul count. It's 20 in total. Malawi being the team that has just gone over the top more than the opposition. So another foul. Player just being pulled back a little, Abel. Just the one goal that separates the two sides. As the ball is whipped forward, yet again showing good strength and good control. Still on the ground, but it is Malawi that come away with it wise on the ball, looking for players out to the right hand side and showing good vision. A single trying to send that ball forward, but Angola defensively have been absolutely solid. They haven't allowed much of the balls to come from the wings. They've been forced backwards as Malawi at every opportunity given. They've denied crosses and defended very, very well. With 5 minutes to go to the 90. They seem to have done the job as we have a look at that foul yet again. Players are struggling out there. Very tenacious on Malawi. They haven't given up. They're fighting with all they have. Trying to get through and get around 3 defenders, proving to be rather problematic. Malawi keeping possession. Angola pretty happy that they keep possession but not in dangerous areas, forcing them out, trying to stop those balls from coming through. Here's another opportunity. Malawi with the ball just outside the big box, but a force backwards, looking for Abel. Abel will find Ramek. Wise still trying to cut through. Here's a chance for Malawi, and the deflection. Ambrosini. And here's an opportunity for Angola. He's all alone and slows the game. Quicken coming in support is Antonio Horsi. But Malawi win it back. Red hot flames. There's Chimbuso Salima. Player goes out and falls and is rolling back onto the field. He was out of the pitch, but rolls back into the field, and game is stopped momentarily for the player to receive treatment. Well, this is how it happened. If you have a look at the strong challenger from Oscar, and out he goes. It's Armino Kanji, and he's remained on the ground, Armino. Free kick to Angola. They have about 3 minutes in the regulation time, plus the referee's optional time to deal with. Can be anything between 5 and 7 minutes.
Down!
Trying to whip that ball in, and he does successfully, is Ambrosini. Ramek. 88 minutes. Clock is out there for everyone to see. Players, everyone watching. Easy for the keeper. Sends another long ball, showing good range and capabilities in finding his teammates. Goma, who's come on, needs more supply from the midfield. I think we're seeing a lot of dominance by Angola, being quite disruptive. So far, not that many decisions that have needed to go for the Hawks' eye. VAR. Malawi shot! Oh, that was close. And that is what you need. 90 minutes, it's a Captain Wise who took on the defender, struck the shoulder, picked a spot. That ball was packed with venom, packed with pace. Had it been aligned with the goalkeeper, we would have either seen a brilliant save or a wonderful goal. Competing as Wise, who's been all over the park. Malawi. Safety first. Singo, Mpokera, Ramerick, just one mistake made in the back and they made to pay. Keeper chewing off precious seconds. Is Wise. It's really been quite a revelation. Picked up in the middle of the park, showing a good menacing run as Singo. Nirenda Ramerick. Ball in the box and it's in the air. Can Malawi benefit from this? There's been a lot of pressure that's mounted. And nobody can blame him for that. Wongani Lungu, one of 4 changes made by the coach, had all the time in the world, and that ball just continued to rise from the moment it left its foot, but tried to curl it into the far corner, and it didn't dip quick enough for Lungu. He's disappointed, and indeed. Wise cuts inside. Single. Takes it out. Salumi. Did well to stay on his feet and then gives away possession. Showed too much of the ball. Finding it very, very difficult to break down a defense that has proven to be absolutely solid. Abel. 3 players to aim for. Wise needs a better delivery to be quite troublesome of a defense that has had all evening to deal with every threat. Ball in the air. On the edge of the box is Malawi. Wise delivers it hard and low. Comes back. Still Malawi fighting with everything they have. Another high ball that is delivered and falls in the hands of Angola, who have some decent tall lads in that defense. He has an opportunity! Oh no! That didn't dip quick enough. Have a look at this ball yet again. Fell kindly on the foot of Salima. Tried to curl it furthest away from the keeper, and that ball doesn't dip quick enough for Salima. Malawi are still on the back foot, but you cannot fault them for effort. It's been a fantastic showing. They will remain at the bottom of the group, and for Angola, 7 points look almost certain. Was just asking for the medical team to come on and help out. You're looking at big performances by Singo. He has been towering in that centre-back role. This crowd have remained faithful and stayed in. Seems like something wrong with the ankle, maybe an awkward landing. Well, the action continues tomorrow at this very same venue. There's players getting a ride from the medical team of Malawi. And this is the reason why, as you have a look at foot grimacing in pain. That ball goes out for a corner. Malawi finishing off rather strong and in a flurry, but still nothing to show for a team that has worked tirelessly throughout the 90 minutes. Ball in, there's a bit of a handball, and eventually they're asking for the handball. This is when you need VAR, and unfortunately we don't have it. The final change for Malawi. It's Singo who was limping off, and his position is being taken by Charles Ngoma. Have a look at this ball. Floated in, and coming off the shoulder. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. And there was no need, but that's what desperation does. You just take your chances and you hope that Lady Luck will be on your side. Plucked in the air. Malawi yet again with another attack. Yes, Angola losing his footing at a crucial moment. Ambrosini. We did speak about the drop in temperatures and the dew that has fallen on the pitch in this winter's night, which will cause a lot of slipping and sliding for the various players. And, we're seeing Angola another opportunity for Angola to make use as the space has just opened up. Ball drilled in and hacked away. As Malawi with an opportunity as the player's been bundled off. There's an urgency in these closing stages. It's frantic for Malawi. Keeper had to be strong, had to be decisive. So it's just a solitary goal that the goalkeeper's grimacing in pain. There's a lot of evidence that shows that he was impeded. And this is the reason why the keeper is down. Receiving treatment. That's the keeper, and that's where he gets a full-size 10 on his thigh. And, well, as a goalkeeper, you need to be brave. One would hope that it is not a 6-stud. We'll show it to you again. And here the keeper goes down, and then that's the foot that lands on the thigh. Oh, that is absolutely painful. Launched off the goalkeeper, and all the players are in a huddle just to make sure that the goalkeeper is on the mend. 10 minutes is up. And the whistle can be blown any minute now, or any second now. Angola securing their qualification if the scoreline remains as is into the knockout stages. The defending champions, they are in cruise control. Wise was very quick to close down the keeper, who has been asked to get on with the job. Referee looks at his watch. Excitement is about to explode. Still Malawi fight on. On the edge of the box. Here's an opportunity for Malawi. Could that be the last action of this match in Group B? Corner. Delivery is good, but away from the goalkeeper. He comes out, and another moment where the goalkeeper goes down in a flash. And it's enough for the referee to give an indication that the game is done and dusted here at the Toyota Stadium, with the goalkeeper being in the woods and on the receiving end in these closing stages. Malawi fought with everything they had and made a good match out of it. On the other hand, Angola, it took a solitary goal to separate the two sides as they march on to protect and save their defense in this particular tournament. For Angola, a business-like performance. A second half, they came out a lot more better, a lot more stronger than they were in the first 45. Belief was on the minds of many of the Malawians, and that did not come through. So there you have it at the Toyota Stadium. It is Malawi 0 and Angola 1. Alexandro Fernando is the HollywoodBets COSAFA Cup player of the match for his fantastic effort in defense. That tells you the story of the attacking threat that Malawi had throughout this match. So we confirm the score from the Toyota Stadium as Malawi 0 and Angola 1. Let's have a look at the statistics of this half. Dominance of Malawi in possession. 8 goal attempts, 1 shot on target throughout the 90 minutes. And for Angola, they had a better return of 5 shots to 2 with 16 fouls. And that to Malawi. So basically giving you an indication of the team that was defending for most parts of this match. And that's how it ends here at the Toyota Park. Malawi 0, Angola 1.
Take your best shot with HollywoodBets in our universe of spectacular soccer action. Multiple opportunities to score are yours for the taking with our max payout of 30 million rand, easy cash out options, in-play betting, and data-free site. Share your tips and selections with family and friends using our Share a Bet feature. Your betting adventure starts here. HollywoodBets, be in the game.